Problem. Y'all expect me to see
Sorry,
things
man.
the way y'all see things, and I ain't gonna never see things the way y'all see things. Cause I lived a different life. To you, that's your nana, that's your grandma. She ain't nothing like that to me. Y'all like to say Big Mama always made a way. She may not have had no money, but she found a way to make a way. She didn't find no way to make a way. She made her way over to that bedroom and picked up that money off that nightstand. She that moo she wears, she flip it up in the back and she lean her ass against that wall. That's what your grandma did. Now you go in there and ask her if grandma, if you how'd you make a way? Why you think my work uniforms was hanging up on that clothesline and I ain't never once live over there? That Cadillac pull up, she know what time it is. That's why y'all had y'all ass in the bed, or your mamas them had your ass in the bed. Now go ask your grandma about that. So everybody wanna exaggerate. Your grandma sat her ass in that juke joint, sipping on water, waiting on a player to buy her a drink. She ain't have no money for no drink. She want to hear her favorite song. She ain't got no money for the jukebox. That's what your grandma was in there doing, waiting on a nigga with a van with a fifth wheel on back and a little bitty ladder. That's what your grandma was doing. Sometimes we ain't even make it to the house. She be in the back of that van. I pull up to the damn juke joint. Somebody already been and got her.
Oh,
Van just a rocking and a rocking. I know your grandma was in there getting that rent money. I used to be so happy when the first of the month came up. People think I was happy because it was Black History Month. Now I knew it was the shortest month of the year, and your grandma wasn't gonna have that rent money, and I was gonna have me a time. Now go ask your nana about that. You can't expect me to see the world how you see the world because I lived a different life. You see her as special. I don't see her as special.
What's up, everybody? It is Dev, founder of the Iron Father, back with another roundtable discussion here with my man Derek, and we got Eddie Vance. And as always, we got a couple of topics we're going to throw out here on the show today because we're going to look at men and their struggles with child custody, that all important thing that scares the mess out of men, and that's that handoff when they go and they see their child's mother and it's some little tension going on in there, and how a lot of dads fail miserably with that and they get amped up emotionally. But we got a video breaking that down. And then we got another little wild card we're going to get into. I'm going to start with that one in a moment. But first, Derek, what's up, man? You going to say what's up to the crowd? And
Hey, how's it going? Everything's good? Everything's good.
And Eddie Vance.
Hey, back on the scene, looking forward to the change of weather. I'm here in Michigan, and I love the season changes.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
All I know it's 87 out here right now, feeling good. It's a good feeling 87. It's the perfect Arizona weather. So
87 is good. I'm trying to see, what is it over here, Eddie? What is it?
Right now, we're at 53.
That's cold.
Man, that's cuddling weather.
That's cold as the game right there. That is cold as the game.
I love it. I can't wait to see the snow. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, we need to disconnect his mic.
I know, right? How this brother gonna get ousted from the? We just starting. Blasphemy. He gonna be talking the whole time. Man, get out here talking that snow. That's why I moved to the AZ. What you talking about? But
I'll send you a snowball.
No, that's all right, man. I don't want no snowball. You know, snow bunnies a time too, but I don't want. I'm just saying. Because speaking of snow bunnies, we ain't gonna talk about snow bunnies first. First, we're gonna talk about just some women in general. And let's check out this video because I'm gonna start out with, again, Iron Father. It's about men recalibrating, restoring, and thriving in their life after 50, especially during a divorce, after a divorce, even for you guys that are just trying to work on your marriage and be a better man. And one of the things I think men struggle with is that they can't really relate to women because they still got this attachment to their mama. And I'm going to do a longer show on this coming up really soon. But what I'm laying the groundwork here, and guys, this is where I want to take this. when we look at the work by Dr. Glover with No More Mr. Nice Guy, one of the first things Dr. Glover says is that a man, we talked about this on some past shows as well, that a man needs to kind of think about, how he relates to women. What does he want to do? And a lot of guys can't say what I want to do because they're always used to a woman telling them what to do. That woman usually starts out being their mama, especially those raised by a single mom, and then they go get married and a woman is telling them what to do. And what I found talking to a lot of guys, they still got this Madonna complex about their mother, and they take that into the dating world where women, again, that's sugar and spice and everything nice. They live happy wife, happy life. But let's check out this video from an OG that basically says, while you look at your mama like a Madonna, I know her in a whole different light. Let's check it out. Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Problem. Y'all expect me to see things the way y'all see.
Y'all good on the sound?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep, coming in
All right,
clear.
let me back it up for a sec. Here we go.
Problem. Y'all expect me to see things the way y'all see things, and I ain't gonna never see things the way y'all see things. Because I lived a different life. To you, that's your nana, that's your grandma. She ain't nothing like that to me. Y'all like to say, Big Mama always made a way. She may not have had no money, but she found a way to make a way. She didn't find no way to make a way. She made her way over to problem. Y'all expect me to see things the way y'all see things, and I ain't gonna never see things the way y'all see things. Because I lived a different life. To you, that's your nana, that's your grandma. She ain't nothing like that to me. Y'all like to say, Big Mama always made a way. She may not have had no money, but she found a way to make a way. She didn't find no way to make a way. She made her way over to that bedroom and picked up that money off that nightstand. That moo she wears, she flip it up in the back and she lean her ass against that wall. That's what your grandma did. Now you go in there and ask her, Grandma, how'd you make a way? Why you think my work uniforms was hanging up on that clothesline and I ain't never once lived over there? That Cadillac pull up, she know what time it is. That's why y'all had y'all ass in the bed, or your mamas them had your ass in the bed. Now go ask your grandma about that. So everybody wanna exaggerate. Your grandma sat her ass in that juke joint, sipping on water, waiting on a player to buy her a drink. She ain't have no money for no drink. She want to hear her favorite song. She ain't got no money for the jukebox. That's what your grandma was in there doing, waiting on a nigga with a van with a fifth wheel on back and a little bitty ladder. That's what your grandma was doing. Sometimes we ain't even make it to the house. She be in the back of that van. I pull up to the damn juke joint. Somebody already been and got her.
Oh.
Van just a rocking and a rocking. I know your grandma was in there getting that rent money. I used to be so happy when the first of the month came up. People think I was happy because it was Black History Month. Now, I knew it was the shortest month of the year, and your grandma wasn't going to have that rent money, and I was going to have me a time. Now, go ask your nana about that. You can't expect me to see the world how you see the world because I lived a different life. You see her as special. I don't see her as special.
So,
Wow.
Eddie Vance,
My nana.
Oh my goodness.
Eddie Vance, I'm gonna start with you because I know you a player from the Himalayas that had an El Dorado. So I'm gonna give you the honors first, Pim.
Drop top.
What you got to say about what my man was talking about there?
I understand completely. I grew up in that time and age. My uncles and my daddies was the ones going to get them grandmas and them aunties and all of that type of stuff. So that's basically what I grew up with. And then going down south, them juke joints, those who's was sitting up in there. So when I see people talk, oh, my grandma didn't put up with this, and oh, she didn't put up with that. No, your grandma put up with a whole lot of other stuff. And then with my mother and my father going through a lot of things, hey, my mother, she a gangster too. She had to do some things that was gangster too when daddy was gone doing his Rolling Stone thing. So, hey, I guess that's what made me who I am today. And I have like a numbed feeling to it because when everybody gets sensitive about, oh, everybody used to be a used to. That's what I'm trying to say. Everybody used to be a used to.
Hey. Yeah, it's I can't say that I've experienced any of that in my growing up time, but today, oh yeah, I know there's a lot of grandmas that was like, hey, how do I get this? How do I get that? What do I need to do? You ain't getting it from me, but we can have a good time. We can make that El Dorado and that van with the short ladder rock all night long if you want to, but you ain't getting no money from me. But yeah, I know. Yeah, he right. He 100% right. You saw it in his face. He ain't twitch. He was for real, for real.
You ain't lying.
He was like, that's what I'm saying.
That was, let me tell you, young fella, something.
Right, OG from the OG.
Y'all something, and that was, and we all know it because we almost to that age now.
Right,
but we are in that middle ground because we trying to talk to men over 50, and we get that tone of voice talking to the young guys. I think it's dudes our age, because I know I've talked to some. I'm like, I know you hold your mama on a high pedestal, but like everybody is a used to.
Yeah.
And while your mom ain't gonna tell you about her past, we had the show about body count and stuff like that. Your mom ain't gonna be telling you that business like that. But don't think that every woman you run into is like your mother. And just because she told you, oh yeah, you know, I don't get down like that. And then, like we talked about before on some of these Reddit posts, a dude gets his heart broken when he goes and finds her journal or something like that movie Sex Life, where it's like, oh, she did get down like that. And then his whole world is crushed. Yeah, because your mama got down like that. Your grandmama got down like that.
What they used to say back in the day, you better stay in a little kid's pace. Don't come in my business. You stay over there. I'm doing my thing over here.
But you know, it's one thing my mother did do, because she had no girls. It was just all us boys. It was 5 of us. Well, 6 now. And she didn't hold any punches, and she protected us like we still are little children again. She was the Bobcat. Like, look, don't let that chick run that game on you. This is what she's doing. This is the game that she's trying to put on you. And if you sit up there and stand for it, then you a fool. I'm telling you right now, this is what's going to happen. And the reason why my brothers and I are the way we are right now is a lot to do with her and my father and their teachings. And that's why sometimes the attitude that I have with these young people is like, you didn't have anybody to tell you this stuff. Everybody want to hold it back like it's a secret when it's reality. Stop trying to run from the truth and accept it.
Derek, did your mother give you that kind of advice? I was going to ask, did your mother give you that kind of advice?
Me?
Yeah.
No, my mom, rest her soul, she was man, she was cut from a different cause, man. She was sweet. We didn't get into Eddie. You got an old soul. That's just there. You I think you younger than the two of us and older and everything else, man. Which is not a fault. I mean, you got some years of experience in certain things, and sometimes it may have hardened you in certain aspects. Sometimes it makes you a lot more wiser as well. I didn't go through that. Everything I went through relationship-wise was hard knocks. I didn't have parents that sat me down necessarily and said this and this. And this is what a woman gonna try to do. I mean, we taught my mom. I can't say my dad taught me. He only taught me what not to do because he wasn't there to do it. So, despite my parents being married, I think we talked about that as well. But my mom, you know, she just was like, "Hey, this is how you be a gentleman. This is how you treat women. This is how you do this." She didn't talk about this is what a woman's gonna really go after you for. Because you know, my mom, she was very dependent on my dad. She was, you know, didn't have the best health. She was legally blind. She couldn't hold a job, couldn't drive. She was locked down. So in that respect, I learned how to take care of a woman with the utmost respect. Not saying that Eddie or you haven't, but I didn't go through the aspect of watch out for this one over here. She gonna do this and go do that and gonna do that. I didn't have that. I learned it the hard way. Ooh, and I mean not hard way.
Well, let me add on that a little bit too, because you know, with that instruction she gave us, it came with us being gentlemen and being respectful. So when she taught us that, she said, "Okay, now you're portraying yourself this way. Now this is what's going to come with you portraying yourself this way. These are the things going to come when you're trying to be the good guy. So if you're going to leave this path, expect this to come with it. There's always a left and a right."
Oh yeah, got to balance it out.
Yeah, I gotta say, in full disclosure, Ed, I'm about to tell some of our business.
Okay.
Me and Eddie Vance, we've been knowing each other for 35 years.
He was like, "Where this going?"
No Diddy.
Yeah, hold on now.
We've been knowing each other for 35 years. But y'all brothers know, y'all brothers in the audience know, me and Eddie played the dozens, and we would talk about each other, mamas. And one of the biggest mama clapbacks I had his mama phone number. Because we worked at the same place. And they called me. We were at grocery store or whatever. So they called me up and they're like, "It was a phone call for you." I was like, "Oh, really?" And then they wrote it down on a piece of paper and handed it to me. And it was Ed's mother with her phone number on there. I got years of mileage out of that mama joke.
Oh my goodness.
But